Now to talk about these very concerning reports of the black marketing of such an essential COVID drug, we're now joined by Dr. Rakesh Verma, Additional Director General of Health Services, Government of India, Dr. Avinash Bhondwe, President of the IMA Maharashtra, and Dr. Rajesh Parekh, Director, Medical Research, Jaslok Hospital, also the co-author of the book Coronavirus, What You Need to Know About the Global Pandemic. Dr. Rakesh Verma, first to you, what is this situation? Because NDTV has been reporting this consistently for several days now about how there's such a dire shortage of the remdesivir drug, and it's being black marketed to the extent of, it costs around 4,000 or 5,000 depending on if you buy from Hetero or from Cipla, and it's black marketing for over 50,000.
You raise a very pertinent question. I must tell you, and through your media I want to tell you, tell the doctors by large and population of this country very effectively, that treatment of corona is in prevention, part 1. Remdesivir is a very effective medicine, but it is useful only in moderate to severe cases. So a situation of panic should be avoided. 90 to 95% patients of infected prone corona cases would not require this medicine. Please, I repeat, 90 to 95% patients who have been infected, who have been proven to be having coronavirus, they do not require this medicine. Only 5 to 10% patients who are moderate or severely infected, they will require this. And decision has to rest on the treating doctor, that too in a hospital-based doctor. So the creation of this panic, creation of false scarcity, creation of the false, as if the Amrit is being distributed, should be avoided from the mindset.
But sir, many of
doctors,
the people that we've spoken to,
patients. Now coming to second part.
Yes.
Now coming to second part. See, Gargi, your question is pertinent. Now, whenever there were 1962 war, 1965 wars, the people were black marketing the ration. That is not part of health subject. That is subject of state authorities, and that is a regulatory authorities. Central government has been taking active steps to ensure enough amount of injection is being manufactured and being provided to the states. Now, if there is some black marketing, which I really deplore, I honestly don't want to hear that somebody is doing this, is very, very bad in the kind of panic when the whole nation is standing with the government, with the population, the doctors to fight this COVID war. Why anybody can go down so much so as to black market essential life-saving medicine is beyond our comprehension. But in any case, this is a state subject. This is subject to be looked after by local drug authorities, local drug inspectors, local supply officers. It is their responsibility, and I urge them through you to be more active. Ensure that who needs gets it. Whosoever needs it gets it.
Absolutely, sir. But many of the people we've spoken to are family members who've been asked to, get this drug as they need it for their loved ones who are suffering from coronavirus.
Gargi, in this pandemic is new war, which we were not aware what is happening, what emerging. A lot of doctors also start feeling the moment somebody has been proven positive to be having corona infection, they will be benefited by remdesivir. No, that is not the situation. I repeat, only 5 to 10% patients, and the two who are hospitalized, will require it. And I can assure you fully, whatever hospitals I am inspecting and where government is inspecting under direction of Honorable Supreme Court, they have got adequate supplies of this medicine. Whosoever needs is not being deprived.
All right, sir. Though the parliamentary panel also has flagged this issue as well and said that this black marketing of drugs of both remdesivir and the other one that it needs to be cracked down on. Dr. Bhondwe, what is your experience so far? Because a lot of the reports that we've been doing have been coming from Mumbai and Maharashtra, where this shortage of the drug is being reported.
Thank you. We have two problems. The first is the drug is not available in sufficient quantities. Now this remdesivir injection is proved to be very effective medicine, and it is required for those patients who need oxygen and these intensive care unit facilities like ventilators. So it should be started at early stages. Right now, around 20% of patients do require injections remdesivir, and at present there are around 20,000 patients are admitted in ICU or requiring oxygen in state of Maharashtra. Every patient needs around 6 injections. First day 2 injections and 1 injection daily for next 5 days. So every patient needs 6 injections. Now this scarcity is maybe for anything, but the black marketing occurs when the stocks are less. The demand is more and supply is less. So right now in Maharashtra state, there are around 8,000 to 9,000 patients new patients are diagnosed. Out of them, 20% do need remdesivir. So around 10,000, around 16 to 1800 patients do require this injection remdesivir. So daily requirement of this injection will be 10,000 units in the state. The actual supply which is needed should be rather made available. On the contrary, the government has made one thing, that they are asking the COVID reports to be submitted to the distributors. Now there is one thing: all those patients who require remdesivir do not have COVID reports, because a patient comes in a very serious condition needing oxygen. Clinically, he is a COVID patient. We have to start the treatment immediately, and his COVID reports comes after 2 or 3 days. And so by that time he cannot receive with this regulation, he will not be getting this remdesivir injection. In other cases also, there are some patients who get the first report as negative, and which turns out to be positive. The patient is clinically COVID, and we have to start the injection remdesivir. So these are around another 3,000 patients. So around these 25,000 patients right now in the state of Maharashtra require remdesivir. So 1.5 lakh units have to be there, and the 10,000 units are a daily requirement.
All right.
So the government should,
Right. So very, very worrying and concerning situation. In fact, the reports that we're getting, not just from Maharashtra, but Delhi, that both drugs, remdesivir and tocilizumab, both of them are not available. And these are drugs that are not even meant to go into retail. They're meant to go directly to the hospitals. You're not supposed to be able to buy them off the counter at all. And Dr. Rajesh Parekh, as we're dealing with this pandemic, and Maharashtra is one of the worst affected states, it's really, really concerning to know that people are profiting over others' misery, because, you know, we've had so many reports. We've had people tweeting to us, tagging us on video saying that I've been asked to get this drug, I've been looking for 3-4 days and it's just not available anywhere. And also these prices that are being quoted anywhere between 15,000 to 50,000. We know that there are two companies currently, Hetero and Cipla, who are providing this drug, but it really needs to be ramped up, and this definite crackdown on this black marketing.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. There is certainly a very dark side to what is going on, but there is also a bright side, and I'd like to cover both. As far as the dark side is concerned, when we wrote our book in January, we kind of predicted that the virus would expose faults in our system. It's as though the virus has turned the microscope upon us and exposed what were fault lines, which are now becoming huge systemic cracks in us. So black marketing has always existed, unfortunately, and even in more dire circumstances. In the past, in famines, food has been black marketed when people are dying of hunger. These things were there, and now it stands exposed. The other dark side, and as Dr. Verma pointed out in the beginning, that the vast majority of people do not need the drug. So the black marketers are peddling hope. They're not even peddling a treatment. It's unfortunate that even these ridiculous prices are sometimes going for the drug when it is not required, and are being administered possibly to patients who don't really need them. The third thing to understand is remdesivir is not the miracle drug it is made out to be. It is still partly investigational. It works in a minority of patients, and that too it needs to be given, as Dr. Verma mentioned, at an appropriate time. There are simpler drugs. I mean, dexamethasone, which is freely available and costs virtually nothing, is also an effective drug. The thing to be cautious about there, it not only has to be given to the right patient in the right dose, but at the right time. Given to a patient who's mild, it could make that person severe. Right. Given to a severe patient,
exactly.
The right time,
that's something that I've read as well. Yes.
Yes. So the timing part of it, and I think where you have a role to play, the media, is to highlight to people that these are not miracle drugs. A part of remdesivir is still investigational. So I think if we have a more realistic view of the needs of the drug, that would reduce the demand, though not eliminate it. and perhaps get us to more realistic levels. But if I may have half a minute, there is a brighter side. Alternatively, I could wait till you come back to me.
All right, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so let's not forget the brighter side of this. The government has made it possible for remdesivir to be available at a low price. Companies like Cipla and Hetero are supplying remdesivir to our country at a cost which is 1/8 of what is available in the United States and in Europe. And it costs about 24,000 rupees for a full treatment in India as opposed to 2 lakhs abroad. The Prime Minister, in one of his addresses, had said that India has become like a pharmacy to the world, and these drugs at low prices will be available not only to Indians, but our companies, pharmaceutical industry, will also supply them to over 100 countries across the world. So I think that's a bright side to it, that the industry and of course the government and everybody has come up to the task of making it available at a low price.
All right, that is something positive in a very macro view. And yes, even when the vaccine, whenever it is discovered, India, I think, will be the hub for producing that vaccine. But again, the concern is right now, and yes, remdesivir is still an experimental drug, but it is reported to bring down the infection by around 30%. It brings down the duration of the infection. Yes. So, Dr. Verma, what can be done now? We've been reporting on this continuously. Yes, there is a lot of panic of families, reaching out, trying to get their hands on this drug and this black marketing. And clearly, the government needs to work harder at stopping this black marketing. As we said, this is not a drug that you can buy at a retailer, at any chemist. This is a drug that's meant to go straight to the hospital so that they can give it according to when they feel it's appropriate.
Gargi, you have raised a very correct point. You see, the hospitals are getting adequate enough number of supplies, because in a hospital the treatment guidelines are team-based, it's not individualistic-based, and responsibility is shared by the whole team. I take a uniform joint decision that this patient requires remdesivir. So demands are realistic there, and no hospital is complaining that they have not got enough buffer stock also. As some colleague of mine just mentioned on your media, that we sometimes require a test report. Each hospital has got enough buffer stock for administrating this medicine in the anticipation of a COVID positive report also. So, and second thing in our mindset, a lot of people believe whatever is costly is very good. The oral medicine, or like dexamethasone, my colleague has just mentioned, costs almost nothing. But they feel, okay, this treatment is so expensive, so it must be very effective, which is not the case. We must realize 90 to 95% patients of COVID-19 do not require this remdesivir injection. Only 5 to 10% patients require this. This must not be sold over the counter. This has to be procured by the hospital for hospital inbound patients, not for OPD patients. And I assure you, whatever steps are required, this directorate will ensure each and every step. But again, please, to the media, I want to tell each and every citizen of this country, do not get panic. There's enough stock, enough supply of remdesivir injectable by both the suppliers, and the mindset of the businessman or black marketing is very much insignificant and smaller thing. State authorities must look into that. Ministry of Health, from bottom to top and from toppest level, is doing its level best to ensure that each and every patient who requires this medicine gets it. But this has to be for hospital based. And again, another point which I started in the beginning, the treatment of this infection is by prevention. I repeat, treatment of this infection is by prevention, by maintaining social distancing, by using adequate mask, by, if you have got cough, you've got something, turn your neck to left or right side, or cough in your armpits. Do not cough on somebody else's face. Maintain a medical social distance. Avoid going out of the office, avoid going out of the home, unless it is really required. Prevention is the cure. And we must enlighten all our citizens that expensive medicine need not be necessary, need not be required. And don't rush after that only because it's expensive or is available.
But when those families do require it for their loved ones, it should be available to them at the MRP at 4,000 or 5,000, whatever the cost is, not at these rates that are being reported. And really, Doctor, the ground reality is something different. So much so that a parliamentary panel has also flagged this and said there must be an immediate steps taken by the government to curb this black marketing of the drug. Hopefully things will improve. But thank you all for joining us on the channel today to talk about this very, very important issue, and we'll continue to track this and ensure that that something is done about this situation that we're observing in many states, in Maharashtra, Mumbai, in Delhi as well, with a shortage of these critical COVID drugs. Well, with that, time for us to slip into a short break. We'll get you more news on the other side. Stay with us.